What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fears?
I love that we are able to hear this without any effects. We get to hear a little bit of the room sound in there. Let's see what the bass is up to at the beginning here.
Let's check it out.
What about sunrise? What about rain?
Very soft.
Super just consistent and dark.
To gain.
Yeah.
What about killing fears? Is there a time?
One of the qualities I love about Michael Jackson's quiet voice is he tends to front load his phrases, where he gives more up front, and then his vibrato is almost the result of him pulling back. Whereas a lot of vocalists will kind of lean in and develop this vibrato, but he has this sort of sheepish vibrato thing happening. That's by taking support away. It's cool.
What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we've shed before? Did you ever stop this notice?
Interesting, right? I never noticed that on the original.
Did you ever stop this notice?
Did you ever stop to notice? You don't notice those things when you're listening to just the full mix, or as much anyway.
This crying earth, this weeping shore.
Nice, imprecise doubling. Really neat.
And the fact that he really sounds like he's weeping while singing, which is like the whole entire tone of the song, until we get to what about yesterday? What about now? He's yelling because he's angry. Like, it's just this mother boy. God damn. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Hear that stomp?
Weeping shore.
That's in the vocal track. I heard from the guy who gave me these tracks. He said that they would put Michael on a platform and they would mic his feet. Wow. When he was performing or in the studio. And so you'd get that rhythmic like body motion thing in there. And so that's probably partly what we're hearing is him on the platform, and that platform may be mic'd.
That's
super
crazy.
Cool.
Weeping shore.
Some background vocals here.
Oh my gosh.
Along with some synth. Kind of cool. Wow. Fun to hear those separate.
Weeping shore.
Piano. Whoa. Oh, this is so fascinating. Notice the loose doubling here, almost as if he was not in the same headspace when he was doubling these. They're intentionally very gangy. Well, along with these background vocals, it fits perfect. All right, listening on.
What have we done to the world? Look what we've done. What about all
like,
the
like he's literally weeping while he's singing this. Like, what?
We've done to the world. Look what we've done. What about all the peace that you pledged your only son?
Oh, no, what the orchestra's doing there. I'm going to have fun just like experimenting with my own voice over these tracks. This is super, super neat. Oh.
I'm What about all the dreams that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice this crying earth, this...
Just the background, or just the voices track, whatever that is. Huh. Interesting they labeled it voices. Well, that's why, but it has the synth in there too. Interesting. Piano. The drums coming in right there. Let's see what... Oh, what a gated snare!
Wow. That's insane.
Thing at the interesting artifact, or I mean, I'm sure they did it on purpose, but it's like maybe a product of the reverb. Listen to how relatively dry the kick. It's like the kick has a pre-delay reverb or something on it, and then you've got that snare. That's really cool. Let's hear the vocals with those drums. That'd be kind of fun.
This crying earth, this weeping shore.
That was super cool. Listen to how he stomped.
This weeping shore.
Snapped. Talking.
This weeping shore.
What?
He did like a pre-drum fill with his mannerisms. That's so cool.
And it was on beat. And it was on beat too. That's the crazy part.
And you can hear him going at it on the rhythm here too. So cool. You can hear the headphone bleed in there. You can hear the percussion that he's adding with his body. That is so cool. One of the things that's nice about this particular set of files is it's really high quality. Some of the stuff I find on the internet isn't near this high fidelity, and so you can't hear some of these details, but we can hear the details. This is awesome. Oh yeah, I wanted to hear what the bass was doing here. Just the bass and bass for now. I wondered. Here, all the fret buzz. It sounds very direct. It's kind of wumpy sounding. There's not, but listen to it in the context of the mix. It's like just what it needs. This is a good lesson in, it's not necessarily how it sounds by itself, and this goes for vocals too, but any of the instruments that we're recording, right? Like, that's not a good sounding bass if you listen to it out of context. It's all about the context. It's what the song needs.
Yeah, like there's no riffing or anything in that. Like, I think probably through the rest of the song, like there's no crazy stuff going on. It's very simple, just all just bass line, really.
Even that. There's an octave pedal on there. Octave effect. That's really neat sounding. Never ever would I have heard that. I just now I'm noticing the octave thing. Zone metronome. Wouldn't be surprised if some of that was overdubbed. Also, maybe like the body percussion, but maybe not. given what my buddy said. I love his transitions to his head voice here with that H.
I used to dream. I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are. Although I know we're drifting by.
I gotta hear that again by itself.
Drifting by.
Turning up the heat. Oh, it's so I love his
That's
I
what
love his
yeah.
gritty rock voice.
We're drifting by.
And how rhythmic his breathing is, even in the midst of amping up his compression.
Although I know we're drifting by.
Nice doubling.
Do you remember, girl? Woo! On the phone, you and me. Till dawn, till 3. What about us?
Hey.
Some pitch problems. Oh no. Ooh, some acoustic guitar. Let's see what that's doing. I said pitch problems, but I really mean, oh, thank goodness it's not pitch corrected. It's really, really raw and wonderful, and it sounds great in the context of the whole mix. I mean, listen. It's real. And yeah, especially when he puts that stuff in.
He was being a teacher there for a second. He forgot where he was. But no, what I also love about this is, like, I'm glad that this song I think is way more effective later in Michael's later career, right? If he would have did this in his early 20s, even mid-20s, it would have been a great record. But I think now that Michael is older, his voice is changed. His voice is older. It actually helps with the weight of the record for it to be that way, right? Because again, how he's performing it is like a guy that's been through a lot. He's been through it all. It's like at the end of a movie. He's been through the war. He's been through the battles and the fire. And now he's screaming out to be let out. Like that's how I hear it anyway. But yeah, just like, yeah, that being in the wrong pitch actually works. Because just Michael, man, this nigga's like, yeah.
I said pitch problems, but I really mean, oh, thank goodness it's not pitch corrected. It's really, really raw and wonderful, and it sounds great in the context of the whole mix. I mean, listen. It's real. And yeah, especially when he puts that stuff in. Beautiful key change. Looks like there's some choir vocals coming soon. Listen to how imprecise these doubles are. This is a choir method when it comes to the doubling of these vocals. Sometimes we want to double really, really precisely to give this sort of layered one voice approach. That is not the approach that he's taking here. And it's a production choice, really, because we also have the choir, we have these other voices going on. And it gets bigger and bigger towards the end. I'm anxious to pick apart when the arrangement gets a little bit more full.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa! What was that? I don't think I've heard that in the song. Hold on.
What is going on?
Nah, that was
and it gets
crazy.
bigger and bigger towards the end. I'm anxious to pick apart when the arrangement
gets
gets a little
freaking Marvel movie right there. Hold
more
on.
full.
Oh my
Let's check out what this is doing. Nice.
Yeah.
Right here.
Ain't even fear.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come on.
What about yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about the season?
What?
Heavens are falling down. I can't even feel.
That is special to be able to hear
That's
that by
crazy.
itself. That is really fun.
What about the season? Heavens are falling down. I can't even feel.
Could make our own arrangement of it.
That's wild.
Just by like strategically bringing in some of the stuff, like like one of those loop thingies.
What about the season? Heavens are falling down. I can't even feel. What about everything? I can't even do. What about nature's worth? It's not
Ready? That's kind of fun to mess with. I mean, I would go in through and do like real mutes if I was going to do that for real, but kind of fun to play with the arrangement a little bit and get a little bit more intimate with why they chose to do certain things. What an incredible ending to a song.
Again, you appreciate the song more when you watch the behind the scenes of They Don't Care About Us with the choir. Get shout out to Andre Crouch, God rest his soul. Just seeing the whole arrangement and Michael literally telling the choir, "Hey, I need that soul, I need that." Right now, they didn't really use that, but it was like, "Hey, I just need that soul." Like, come on, like, and he was singing it like, "Oh my God, Mike."
All right, listening on.
What about nature's worth? Is our planet small? What about animals? Turn kingdom to dust.
His grit here is just so wonderful. I've talked about how to get this approach in other videos on Michael Jackson. Make sure that you're keeping your compression high. I don't want to get too much into the specific vocal techniques in this video, but I just wanted to call it out for what it is. Simply amazing.
Turn kingdom to dust. What about us? What about elephants? What about us? Have we lost their trust? What about us? What about crying well?
And the call and answer passion behind this. We've got that constant where he's leaning into the choir and then he's answering. It's wonderful. You don't hear music as much like this anymore. And certainly I can appreciate it more because of these isolated tracks.
What about us? What about forest trails? Do we give a damn?
The foot stomping is much more pronounced. I'm going to bring in a couple other things here.
What about us? What about forest trails? Do we give a damn?
Even got the tambourine right there.
What about us? What about forest trails?
That's kind of
Do we
cool.
give a
Like the campfire version.
Do we give a damn?
That's an interesting tonality. Very different character than some of the other stuff that he did in there. Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
There. Bass player joined him. Wow, wow, wow. I've got a few more of these too from my special well-connected friend, so stay tuned to the channel for more of these. And be sure to like and subscribe to my channel and check out all the other videos that I've done on learning to sing, learning to discover new things about your voice. And yes, I've done quite a bit on Michael Jackson as well. We'll see you for more.
I don't even know what that decision would be, like why he did that. But but then in the background he just, oh, oh. I'm like, yo, what? Yo, like, dog. And then again, still the choir, like, man, this dude is just a freaking genius, dog. Like, just a freaking genius, man. Like, again, one of the greatest arranged songs, one of Michael's greatest songs he ever created, man. Like, this is his Man in the Mirror, his Heal the World, but in a different way. It's almost a mature Man in the Mirror. It's almost like, oh, that's crazy. It's almost like the discussion after Man in the Mirror. Like, I told you, look in the Man in the Mirror. What happened? What happened? I try to warn you by looking at the Man in the Mirror. Now I'm crying out. Now I'm no longer asking. Now I'm telling you, we got to do better. We got to take care of ourselves, take care of the creatures. We got to take care of nature. We got to take care of the earth. Like, everything is not, like, we got to take care of it now. Like, that's crazy, man. But that's Michael Jackson, Earth Song. Again, shout out to Chris Liepe. Like, comment, subscribe, share all the things are the things. Ain't gotta go home. Do gotta get to step in. Peace.
No.